Hello all and welcome back to another POC, this time about OSR or OISR. It's basically on-demand static revalidation. I'm using latest Content SDK and App Router, which comes with a nice cool feature called revalidate tag. I'm demonstrating what this functionality brings us, where to hook in, and how to enable OSR in Sitecore using this approach. Let's start with what is the setup. So you see already I have a local host up and running. This local host using SSG and has an OSR mechanism in place. It uses SSG because of the following. You see here, I'm calling it. It fetches layout response and it just processes the request, but every following call is not doing anything in the log. So it's just serving the static content. Here you can already see one addition I implemented. So to really use revalidate tag, we need to add caching on one side and the revalidate on the other side. Caching is done on the fetch of the layout service. So on the fetch, we can just add cache tags, and then it is cached by tags. What we are using is we are using the tags as IDs, as data source IDs and page IDs. And this allows us to connect a page with all of its data sources. Basically, we are fetching the layout response, a layout, getting the response, extracting all the components, including the page itself, and taking all of these IDs as tags on that page, on that fetch call. So if we want to revalidate, it is as simple as just telling the system one component has been updated, please revalidate the whole path, basically the whole page. With that said, I'm continuing with the next instance. So this one is using OSR. This Vercel instance is using SSG, but is not updated automatically. It's really just SSG with a timer. The cool thing you see down here, it is pretty fast. So like in this case, it's around 500, 470, 440, like around 450, 500. The last instance, and that's our comparison, that is an older code base, and it uses SSR, which means it doesn't cache anything, it just loads every time. The cool thing is it's always up to date, but the bad thing is it also takes longer. You see, when I click through, it's always above 600. It's partially also at 700. And in average, I did it longer time. It's like 30% slower than the SSG version. The problem with the SSG version is when do we update the content? And exactly this gap is now filled with revalidate tag, which implements OSR. Now, changing the content, that's our demo case. This is demo content. Boom. And we publish everything. So each instance has the possibility to grab the latest content. This takes a second. Once it is done, Edge processes this new updates and then sends an on-update webhook, which lands in here in my ngrok tunnel because I want to forward it to my local host. And then you see in localhost in the revalidate route that it basically extracts all the IDs from the payload and calls revalidate tag on all of those IDs. Cool thing, if done, we just get all the pages revalidated, which are using all of these IDs, basically all the components which have been updated, and then we should see that it fetches the stuff again. So you see the publish has been completed. The Edge has called my revalidate endpoint, the ngrok tunnel, which forwards now to my localhost. It's already done. And what you see in the log messages I added, that it extracted two IDs, the 559 and the 18D. Going into the system, that's exactly 18D and 559. Perfect. So what I expect is when I call my local host again, it has now a revalidated cache. It should load again. So let's see. Yes, exactly. It loaded again and it shows the demo content, which is great. So if I call it again and again and again and again, same behavior, just got revalidated, grabbed the layout stuff again and saved it again. On the other side, the SSG version without OSR still has, let me come back to this. I can reload as much as I want. It doesn't update. It was not informed properly, and it now waits something like 10 minutes in total till it updates its content. I mean, it's still pretty fast, but outdated content. On the other side, if I reload this, it immediately updates as it is SSR, but it is significantly slower, as mentioned, the 30%. Now, how do I update this one? And by updating this one, I also want to demonstrate a cool feature and a cool thing. Like this is the latest code base. It has the same revalidate route. I just didn't connect it. So I simulate an update. And I simulate that I just transmit the quote module that it has been updated. No page. And if I'm doing this, let me see. It come back with true. It has revalidated everything. Now, if I reload this, maybe 1 or 2 times, you see it loads, and this is demo content. So the cool thing is I can now send not only the page, but also the components on the page as an update. And based on the connection we are making on these tags, we're combining the pages, the routes, with all of its data source items. And this way, we are able to fully leverage OSR in Sitecore by using latest Content SDK and App Router. Thanks for watching.